John looking a little pale there.
That's the James Dean look. Yes, it is.
A rebel without a racket. Stefan Edberg leaping high for that lob, hit it off the frame, and then Chang had a lot of time. Could have gone down the line, but opted to go cross court. Another good look at how he really flicks over the ball. So where he gets that wicked topspin. Oh, yes. Heavy serve.
Just the second ace for Edberg.
Even though Edberg's considered a big server, he doesn't get a lot of aces in a match. He prefers to place them and set himself up. He'd rather hit a volley winner.
And he spins the ball a lot more. He doesn't hit it that flat all the time.
Edberg playing well. And he holds serve to start the third.
Clairol, proud sponsors of the US Open Women's Singles, presents a look at Manuela Maleva-Franier. The eldest of three sisters from Bulgaria currently playing on the Women's Pro Tour, Maleva-Franier won the 13th and 14th tournament titles of her career this season at Geneva, Switzerland and Linz, Austria. But perhaps her biggest victory came last year in the fourth round at the US Open when she faced second seed Martina Navratilova on Stadium Court. Maleva-Franier, seeded ninth, had lost her 7 previous matches against Navratilova. But on this day, she was the big winner with a 7-5, 3-6, 6-3 upset victory, handing Martina her earliest US Open exit since 1980. Tomorrow, 10th seeded Maleva-Franier faces Navratilova in the fourth round once again.
So tomorrow's match is one of 8 matches scheduled for Labor Day. We'll return to Edberg Chang on USA in a moment.
Break point here for Edberg. Oh, and there's one he couldn't reach. Well, Michael Chang scrapping to stay in this match, saves a break point.
Smart play by Stefan Edberg, putting pressure on Michael Chang on break point. A beautiful approach shot. Maybe a little bit short, but an exceptional topspin lob by Michael Chang.
Chang serving at love, 1/3 set. Edberg has won the first 2.
Great angle by Michael.
That's nicely, Chang.
Chang holds. 1-all third set. One thing you can fairly well guarantee with Michael Chang is that if he goes down, he's not going to go down falling all over the court. And the spirit that's in part been put in Michael by brother Carl, a fine collegiate tennis player in his own right.
At the University of California in Berkeley. Actually, we all talk about Stanford so much and what a marvelous collegiate program they have there, but Cal at Berkeley has got one of the best teams in the country now. They're coming on strong. You raise your hand, you say, sorry, that was a little bit of luck, and you walk back and you say, oh, man, am I glad I won that point.
Why do players do that? I mean, they have nothing to apologize for.
Sort of a sporting gesture.
That's what Michael thinks of that sporting gesture.
I mean, you know, football players don't go back and apologize for running over a defensive back on their way to a touchdown.
Or if it sort of comes off the fingertips.
They spike it right in their face.
This crowd trying to get Chang back into the match. Want to keep those refreshment stands open for a few more hours.
Two good returns by Michael Chang to bring it back to 30 all.
Short lob, he knocks it off. Peters, how tough is it on this stadium court at night to look up at those lights? All right, Edberg now with the backhand volley, and in fact, but this is a fairly short lob that he knocks off on the overhead. When you look up there, is it tough? Does that ball ever get above?
The lights really don't get in your way. The lights are fantastic here at Flushing Meadows. Some players just don't enjoy playing at night altogether.
There's a big two-hander from Chang.
Now look at some of the lights here in this huge stadium court. They are way up there. And so really, it's almost like playing in the daylight.
I actually think the atmosphere is better at night, under the lights.
James Scott Connors would agree with you.
Indubitably.
It just seemed like he'd been waiting for this serve all day long. Jumps on it and just comes over it with both hands. All his weight's in there. He knew he had it.
And a chance on a break point. Chang perfect tonight.
By Edberg.
What a great example of net volleying. Edberg never commits too early. A good leap, did not put it away, and now here, he'll move over, and he did not commit too early to the down the line, then moved over, put the angle volley away. Great footwork. He shuffles back, then he reads it going down the line and angles it off cross court for a winner. He says, take that.
Big point.
Deuce. Linesperson person was unsighted. Wayne McEwen called it a fault.
Misses the little drop volley.
Stefan a little bit annoyed with himself, cut it a little bit too fine.
But did he do that because of Chang and Chang's ability to cover the court?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, even if that ball had gone over on the drop volley, Chang might have gotten it. Great time for a first serve.
Such a cool night. Sweaters and jackets for everybody tonight. You can see how hard the players are working by the amount of perspiration they've worked up.
You got to hit those kind of shots to beat Chang right now.
Well, Edberg shows you never take anything for granted. Expect your opponent to make the shot. But Chang has really tried hard tonight. He's been all over the court. Great speed.
Holds his serve. He battled. And we stay on serve in the third.
Edberg leads 2-1.
Now back on Stadium Court, Edberg and Chang have battled, and there has been very little difference between the two players tonight. Edberg won the first set in a tiebreak. He broke serve to win the second set in game 12, and we're on serve here in the third. And regardless of the outcome tonight, Edberg has proven that he will be a force now at the US Open. And Chang has proven that he is a better player, not only a different player in 91.
Well, these are the kind of matches in a tournament where you have to win 7 matches to win the event. You look back and say, boy, I got a lot of confidence going in that match.
All right, let's go find Michael Barkey. What's international Michael Barkey?
That's exactly right. I'm with your Swedish counterparts, guys. These are the Barry, Ted, and Vitas of Sweden. This is Tommy Engstrand and Junta Sjogren, and they are broadcasting back to Sweden right now. A couple of Stefan Edberg's countrymen, and we're going to hear what they have to say right now during the points.
Det är en miss där från Edbergs forehand. Vi har ju upplevt några sådana tidigare i matchen. Chang har 30 mål.
They don't say much in Sweden.
Ja, 40-0 för Chang.
There you go. Just a sampling of what's going on here on the international press level back downstairs.
I mean, I'm telling you, I can just close my eyes and that sounds like Venus, doesn't it? Chang holds that low. And you can sense a little resolve in Michael Chang's face right now.
I've heard Stefan many times at press conferences when they ask him about how he's playing. He says, "I was just doing my job out there today, working hard."
Tak ska svenska.
Look at our Sunday night fights stat that we're keeping you updated on.
Well, we talked about coming into net. Edberg has been 111 times to net, right there at 67%. Chang with those passing shot winners, but the key to winning, as we mentioned earlier in the week, a good player that gets in there 10 times is going to win 7 out of 10. He's probably going to do that because it's awful tough to win with passing shots. Much more than that. Oh, talk about a passing shot. There's one. This is about as clean as you can hit a backhand. Stefan hits a good one up the line. Now he sets up for this early. He knows he's going cross court, and he does. There he gets caught. Now watch him set up early here, and watch how far out in front he hits that ball. That is perfect.
He really stepped in with that right foot.
And Edberg holds that love, so 2 easy service games there. The MetLife blimp cruising at an altitude of about 1,200 feet brings you our beautiful aerial shots of the National Tennis Center and Flushing Meadow Park. Right in the sweet spot. The MetLife blimp. MetLife 3.
Nice shot there, wasn't it? Right through the strings of that racket.
I think Vitas ran over to check out the mixed doubles on the grandstand.
Tell you.
Michael Chang is trying to will himself back into this match. Monica Seles needed no such will today. An easy win. She's into the quarters. Gabriella Sabatini had a tough time. Jennifer Capriati did not. Sabatini and Capriati played Tuesday, and what a match that will be. Of course, Tuesday is Ladies' Day at the Open. All 4 women's quarterfinals. You'll see them all on USA. Michael Stich is in the quarters, and he will play Lendl next. And Javier Sanchez, an unseeded player, in the quarters, and he meets the winner of this match. And those quarters will be Wednesday. Stich, Lendl, and Sanchez against this winner. Edberg is about to seize maybe the last break that he needs.
Edberg in quickly now. Gets back for the overhead. Michael still in the point, but Stefan all over net.
Ooh, John McEnroe is probably watching, wishing a few of those lobs had fallen short against him.
Well, he had 13 winners against John. Unbelievable amount, but
was up 4-2 in the third. And that was an outstanding game for Edberg.
He can explode like that sometimes. He has such talent. Put 4 points together, which is not easy to do against Michael.
He's playing a fine match tonight. It's a far cry from the Stefan Edberg that was dispatched in the first round last year.
Alexander Volkov of the Soviet Union.
And was steamrolled in the fourth round here 2 years ago by Jimmy Connors. 2 years ago, Connors beat Edberg here in the fourth round. In similar situation, Edberg won only 6 games in the match.
Everybody thought that was going to be a classic, and it turned out to be very one-sided. Oh.
Well,
that's a frightening sight,
yeah.
I think, Vitas, to see Michael Chang on a full run on a fairly short ball, and you're standing at net. It's like he totally has you on a string.
Feels somewhat naked.
How's that grandstand match, Vitas? Check it out.
They're humming over there, the mixed doubles. Like to keep on top of everything that's happening here at the US Open.
And now, again, you've got the champion that's beginning to close.
Edberg's got to be happy with his performance today. This play is just indicative of how he's been playing today. Great athlete, getting up really high for that lob. Nice jump shot.
Gave it an Air Jordan.
Edberg has won 8 straight points, and he's a game from the quarterfinals. 11 o'clock is looking like the witching hour for Michael Chang. He has played an outstanding match, but is about to fall short. Mayor David Dinkins of New York City still here. But Edberg has won 12 consecutive points. That's it. Edberg just missed it, and it dropped on the line.
Tough to keep making those shots when somebody's crawling all over the net.
Those of you just tuning into USA for Miami Vice will join that program in progress at the end of this match. And on the West Coast, Pacific time zone viewers will see Crime Story in its entirety immediately following tennis. $15 all.
Few of the folks leaving, you know, some people the other night when they left during the Jimmy Connors match, when Connors was down 2-0 and 3-0, I heard actually some of them turned around and came back about an hour and a half later when they heard what the score was. Because I talked to a lot of people that couldn't believe the results the next morning. Michael mishitting that ball badly, goes on the fly into the box seats. Watch the miss hit here now. It goes for the big swing, goes right off the frame of the racket. It's a homer.
The difference in the set right now is 1 break. Chang hoping to put that pressure right back onto Edberg. And he does. So Chang holds. And Edberg will have 1 chance here to serve for the match. Sunday night look at New York City on the 1st of September. A crystal clear evening. And in here, it's been a very warm, hot match between Edberg and Chang.
The ball is going to go wide. Watch this volley now, because for a moment it looked like Stefan had dragged it wide, but just catches the sideline. Look at this. Unbelievable. The ball bounced twice on top of the net.
When things go your way, they go your way.
Did you ever play with a slinky when you were a kid? This ball, when it hits the tape, looks like a slinky crawling over.
Talk about a break here. Stefan hits the low volley. Now, just urges it over. And Michael comes up and throws the ball at his head.
30 love. That's good.
Back-to-back net cords.
It took 48 hours, but Michael Chang is hearing, I think, from this crowd the respect that he earned Friday night. The emotions Friday night went to McEnroe. Tonight he's hearing it from the crowd.
No.
Edberg trying to close, 30 all.
Even the mayor was on his feet for that one. On the full run, this crowd going crazy. Michael Chang just gets his racket on the ball, and it drops on the sideline. From another angle, he is incredible. Look at him put on the brakes. Yes.
Thank you.
It's amazing what you got to do to win a point against this guy.
Edberg pulled that smash out of nowhere. What a great lob by Chang. Chang, anticipating that volley, runs it down. And the last one was a little bit too easy for Edberg, but the first lob, incredible. Edberg even got his racket on it.
The ball is not out against Chang until it's in the third row.
That's right. Joe Chang, Michael's father.
Serving for the match, it is deuce.
And I'll tell you something, when you get a cheap point like that, after all the work that Edberg put in, he must feel great.
Michael Chang determined to make match point the toughest Edberg will have to win tonight. And he does it. Edberg is in the quarters. And that is as close a straight set match as you will ever see. Tony Pickard up. Stefan Edberg survives Michael Chang.
USA's coverage of the 1991 United States Open Tennis Championships has been brought to you by Mita, the maker of world-class copiers and fax machines. Proud to bring you the US Open.
Top quality tennis here on Stadium Court tonight. An outstanding match. Stefan Edberg and Michael Chang, and that was one close, tight, straight set match. And ever the gentleman that he is, Stefan Edberg visits with us now. Linda Pence courtside.
Stefan, obviously Michael Chang, a very tough opponent, even though he was unseeded. How difficult was it at the end there to put him away?
Well, he played some really unbelievable shots towards the end, and I really had to play my best tennis to beat him tonight. And you know, I thought I played a very good match tonight, and you know, it's always tough to play Michael because, you know, he's going to fight to the end.
Well, you've had some really difficult matches here at night in the past. Obviously, the crowd must have been a factor also. Was it hard at the end when they were cheering so much for him?
No, not really. I mean, he played some good points. So he really deserved it, and that's the way I thought about it. And, you know, I took it that it was a little bit for myself, too, and that's the way to handle it. And, you know, nothing really bothered me tonight, and this is the best night match I've ever played here, what I can think about.
Because of the trouble you've had at night here before, you've had some really tough losses at night. Did you come into this match tonight differently prepared mentally?
Yes, you know, I've been out here many times, and I really wanted to put up a good performance tonight, and that's what I really had to do to beat him. So, you know, I'm happy that I played as well as I did tonight.
Well, congratulations on that breakthrough, Stefan. Yeah. Now let's go back to you, Bruce.
Thank you very much, Linda. So it's straight sets for Stefan Edberg, 7-6, 7-5, 6-3 over Michael Chang. Edberg on to the quarterfinals.